Hey everybody, Rob here from Octopus Creative. Just want to talk to you about how to work collaboratively and remotely with your team. Obviously, given the whole coronavirus, COVID-19 situation that's going on here, you need to figure out ways to collaborate with your team effectively. So I want to show you a little bit about some of the tools that we use here at Octopus to make sure that all of our team is in play. We actually are quite skilled with working remotely. We have staff all over the world, including Cold Lake, Alberta. So I want to show you a little bit about the different tools that we use and how we kind of use them together. And I'm going to actually follow up this video with multiple other videos of some other ways to collaborate with your team effectively. So almost like as if your staff was sitting next to you. All right, so let's dive in. All right, so let's have a look at some of the communications programs we use here at Octopus Creative to sync up our staff and our clients and our projects in kind of central locations here. So diving in, I'm going to start off by showing you the most important tool we use here at Octopus Creative, which is Ring Central. It used to be known as Glip. It's a great chat service, and best of all, it's free, so it doesn't cost a dime. You do also get some extended privileges if you're a Ring Central client. Just reach out to me, let me know if you're interested, and I can actually feed over additional information about that. But what I'll do is I'll show you a little bit about some of the tools and how we communicate. So this is essentially, I can actually sort this into different categories. So these are different folders. Then we also have different subfolders, and I've got personal folders. We have client folders, monthly folders, you name it. So each one of these have different projects in them or different chats. In these chats, we actually create tasks. So this is how we delegate out things when you're talking with us. So for example, you can see here I've got a task for Nikki to create a post about home offices, and I sent her the pictures earlier. If you want to get even fancier, you can actually attach the pictures to the task, but I was in a bit of a rush and just wanted to toss it in there while we were kind of working away. It's really easy to delegate a task. All I have to do is hit new task, and I can say, create post about what we're doing right now, collaboration and communication tools. And I'll send that to myself, for example, and maybe I'll throw Nikki at it. And we're going to post this tomorrow, and I'll put it to Octopus Creative, for example, which puts it into the chat that I want it to be put to and categorized properly. So you can see this will create different tasks for different team members. I can actually dive in and sort my tasks separately. I can look at them for all the chats and organize my life a little bit. So it's kind of cool. Another neat feature about Ring Central, also known as Glip, is you can hit Meet and you can start doing screen sharing services. So this is really interesting because this is also, I believe they have a level of this which is free. There's other companies out there such as Zoom which do the same thing, but I'll just show you this particular tool for now. But all you have to do is hit start, and then you can do like a screen sharing function with people. And I'll show you what that kind of looks like. Kind of looks like this here. So you see me on the screen, and I can actually hit share, and I can choose the desktop I want to share. And there's a little bubble that pops up with your face on it. Or if you have multiple people in here, they all show up in there. And I can actually draw and annotate, spotlight, for example. I can change that to an arrow. And people will see this right on the screen, right? Like it's pretty easy. So if I say I need you to change these particular things, I can also record the conversation and store it to my computer, and I can also store pictures of what I'm annotating as well. So it's pretty neat. It's a full functioning program. I'll just close that and meeting for all. And it can record your voice and everything. So it's pretty cool. Another way that we use to collaborate and communicate internally, this is the primary means that we use right now. But we also have another tool called Slack. This is another free tool, costs you nothing. You can pay for extended data retention. So if you want more than 10,000 messages stored, if you want to store more files, or if you're looking for greater integrations with other tools and fancier things, then yes, you can pay to use it, but otherwise it's free. It's really easy to set up a Slack channel. It takes literally seconds to download, install, and set up a Slack channel and invite your staff to that. You have different channels that you can create within here where they're different chats, essentially similar to Ring Central's Glip features. The biggest difference is it just functions a little bit differently. Um, I can direct message people, I can group message people, I can message an entire channel, and the same idea, I can tag people. If you go with the @ sign, I can choose somebody and tag them. This will create a notification on their phone, on their computer, whatever they use to access Slack. And you can kind of see a little bit of what it looks like. Very similar system. The replies function a little bit different, but again, it's pretty cool. This is collaborating with people within a company called Worknice or Co-working, which is a co-working space that we leverage to meet with clients whenever we're kind of needing to book a private space, etc. So pretty cool, pretty neat, really easy to sync up with people. And I can easily add an emoji, react to things, etc. So really cool, lots of fun. I do encourage One thing is I do encourage, similar to the way emails are functioning, this all kind of came to shape in chat systems and on Facebook, but use emojis and use GIFs in your conversations. The reason why you want to do that is because it makes it more personal. It adds the reactions to it, even if you're not on a video call with them. So you can see, people are just posting fun GIFs or memes and things like that just to keep it more entertaining. So I do encourage that when you're working in these systems. I mean, I even have it where I can reach out to my accountant directly right through Slack, which is pretty cool. And so it's a great collaboration tool. I highly recommend it. We use both these tools in our business. One is kind of Slack is external. We use RingCentral internally. We previously used to use a system called Teamwork, which is also another great company. This is also another free tool, up to 5 projects. You can create task lists just the same. You can create little chats and messages and all sorts of interesting things. Notebooks, you can add files in there, and you can sync up that way too. We actually use this with other agencies who hire us to do kind of some white label stuff. And it's a great collaboration tool for seeing when you have deadlines for particular things, how things are going, and troubleshooting, etc. So it's a really great tool for that too. I do recommend it. It is called Teamwork, which is teamwork.com, I do believe. Um, Also, another tool that we use to collaborate pretty frequently is Google Drive. So we do have client folders for each and every client. We have projects, we have our monthlies, we have a certain file system that we use. We share files, we move files around together. We send you files that you need to approve or change, etc. And we typically also really heavily use Google Docs and Google Sheets, which is the equivalent of Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel. The biggest difference is more than one person can be in a document at the same time, so you can work together. It also will store an unlimited revision history, which is super cool. So if somebody screwed something up royally, you can always restore an original version. So you can see I've got this document here, and let's say I want Ashley to review this. I can just hit comment here, and I can tag Ashley, and I can say, please review this, for example. I can assign it to Ashley, off she goes. She can dive in here and then reply, and she can tag me back saying, hey, I checked it out, looks good, we're good to go, and she can mark it off as complete. So it's another great way to collaborate. Also, multiple people can be in this document at the same time editing it. It doesn't override each other's things. So we can actually see when somebody else is in here, it'll pop up another little face bubble, and you can both type away, and you can even work on the same sentence, and it will appear while you're working. You can also review revision history by clicking on this, and it will show you everybody in your company, if they viewed it, how often it was viewed, were comments actioned, was it shared with anybody, etc. The sharing settings are pretty cool too. So let's say you just want to use it internally, but you want to share it with a client afterwards. All you have to do is you can type in their email address directly, and then you can hit view, or you can hit comment, so they can leave comments on it, but they can't edit it. You can share it with other staff to edit just by, if it's already in the shared folder, they already have access. But if it's not already in a shared folder, if it's on a private drive, then you can type in their email, send them a message, and they'll get access. If you want this to be more opened up, but not necessarily public for the internet, you can also turn on sharing. You can allow external access. This means that if you copy this link, you can send it to anybody, they can open it. You can also turn on to be searchable on search. I don't rarely recommend that. I leave that turned off, but I turn this on whenever I'm sharing documents with clients, because I don't know if they're going to share it with somebody else to review as well. And this way here, I don't need all their email addresses to do so. You can switch this into edit if you want them to edit. You can also switch this into comment if you only want them to be able to comment instead of just view, which is pretty neat. It's great for collaborating. I highly recommend using these tools. Now, if you already have Google G Suite through us, you have access to using this. Just book a meeting with me and I'm happy to walk you through it. And I'll be happy to create additional videos for how that works. But yes, I would say this is a critical, essential tool. There's other similar companies out here that do similar things to Google's G Suite, which is Dropbox, even Box. But I think the number one on the internet by far, hands down, is Google Drive with their collaboration tools. So I hope this helped out. Just a quick 9.5 or 10-minute video here to show you a little bit about the different tools that we use, project management, as well as collaboration. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out and book a meeting with me. All right. Thanks for watching.